first job. A lady by the name of called Pam Warburton. She was effectively my direct line manageress. And I think it was just, I mean, I was starting out fresh out of varsity and just coming into the corporate world and just gaining some experiences from that and being exposed to this business life as such. I can't really say her in particular that there were key things that I learned from, but from there moved on to other areas. Somebody that I feel made a bit of an impact on me, a lady by the name of Janine Siegel. She was quite a dynamic woman, and I think what I admired about her was she was about, you know, no BS. It was, let's get down to business. This is what's required, and she'd get on. And I think it's the one thing in general that I've found, and I might be shooting myself in the foot, but many people, leaders, managers, and men in general, they can talk a good talk, but when it comes to action, I somehow found that women actually, honestly, they get on with business and they get the job done, from be it planning on something and actually following through and executing that, where I think a lot of people in general can talk a good talk but nothing actually happens, and that's where things kind of come to an end. I think currently where I find myself now at Gibbs, I won't quite call it my direct line, but we work together as part of the Exco is currently Sharon Clark. I think I've kind of learnt a lot from her in a sense. Also her personality in terms of being very, I won't say rigid, but I think very structured. So we work very well together because I think a lot of the stuff that we do is consultation between us and saying there's no rights or wrongs here, but what are your thoughts about this? What is your thought pattern? What do you think about? And one thing that I respect hugely about Sharon, she always has a kind of very clear thought pattern. And you know, we'll have a problem and say, well, how do we do it? Okay, well, let's analyze it A, B, C, and we work through that. And you know, what do you think? And it's very much, as I say, a consultative approach. It's funny. It's sometimes, I mean, if we're talking about potential new employees or so, or person that needs to, you know, do an ad hoc increase or so, well, she'll say, okay, pick a number, and I'll think about it and come up with a number. And it's actually interesting enough, more times than often, we are actually very, very close to each other. So I think it's just become a very good working relationship that I have with her. And I think I can laugh if I think about my married life, myself and my wife, and you kind of work on each other's strengths, and rather than dwell on people's weaknesses. And I feel that works well.